afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast. Me, your host, Imperial Lane Master, Propaganda Hero Strike, Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here to a 1 versus 1 unfavorable approach again. Between in the east, we got VonAsten fighting here for the Soviet Union, for socialism, the motherland, Comrade Stalin. Fighting here for the 312th Rifle Division versus in the west, we got Gentlefox, most Gentlefoxes fighting for the Wehrmacht here with Jaeger armor versus VonAsten's partisans, by the way. Fighting for the Reich, Deutschland, and the Großdeutschland Panzer Division. We got infantry and bunker bulletins there for him versus VonAsten's machine gun infantry and sniper bulletins. Nothing, by the way, no building start there for VonAsten, just conscripts there. Engineers versus pioneers around the north centre here. Quickly taking up position in the house, they're pushing back the pioneers with sharp motor and gunfire. Gentlefox's pioneers roll back to a slightly less hazardous position. Grenadiers are running for Gentlefox, so there we have a pretty sort of standard opening out for Gentlefox so far. Constantly moving towards the centre there, and engineers just standing about there. Pioneers could consider some sandbags there, but obviously that might be too much charm there. For Gentlefox, fuel point aim is secured by conscripts laying down sandbags of their own. You know, Pedro, why can't we just stack these nicely? We are Russians. We don't know how. Because they're being pushed back by MG42 securing in the centre there. Pioneers moving up here to grab the point there. Engineers sneaking about as well. And Grenadiers here with another Grenadier squad there for Gentlefox going there for the centre victory point by the Pioneers. A base occupying VonAsten's men up north, though. I would describe that as being a bit awfully risky up there. A bit awfully risky here. Doing some damage with MP40s at the same time. The engineers right in front of the house where the Germans with the MP40s are is perhaps not the price here. We can see that Gentlefox strikes quickly with MP42 supporting the northern pioneers and flanking the Continent heavy cover. Nice work, but at the same time a constant squad flanks in from the other side there. Nice counterplay there for VonAsten, though at the same time point blank. They go inside retreating, realising that's going to be a pretty bad engagement there for VonAsten. So that I think was a sharp move there. Conflict running on from here. Pioneers slowly taking losses. No sign of Molotovs there from VonAsten. Of course, a part of them might just try and wait for the partisan troops that way. And no surprise, Gentlefox with a few submachine guns suddenly appearing behind his back. But two Grenadiers, 1 M42 here versus the triple conscripts of VonAsten. Got a specialized command up there going for up. Might be snipers, penal troops, or the scout car. There's certainly a few options there for VonAsten here versus Gentlefox. Gentlefox, so I mean, he's going in very aggressively. He really wants a northern fuel point. At the same time, that does mean he's not getting a lot of other resources here. I mean, he's pinning down VonAsten, but the problem is VonAsten is technically getting more fuel than Gentlefox here. Plus, I mean, he's leaving his flanks a bit exposed, so I'm not entirely sure how grand of an idea that is. And now we can see VonAsten is beginning to try and perhaps tie down their troops, trying to grab the rest of the map here. And we got more Grenadiers there for Gentlefox and the Großdeutschland. Grabbing the point there. Moving towards the centre here. Currently they're just doing what they can. He might actually be going here for sniper. So that way try and bleed out to Gentlefox, and that way also negate his MG42. Conscript there versus Grenadiers up close. Got Grenadiers flanking behind the conscripts. Doing some damage there. Conscious squad being pushed back, simply too much pressure, and there we go, we got the sniper there for VonAsten. Engineers heading southwards there to at least open up a second avenue. Again, he is at this point, I think, just expecting to lose this, but he's just trying to buy as much time to grab the rest of the map in the process, which I suppose is a good idea there for VonAsten. There you go, conscript pushed away. Troops reinforcing. Sniper almost down there for him. Going there for the cut-off point as well. Got a bunker up here in the centre. Gentlefox does love his bunkers. There you go, sniper team out. There you go, opening up the Grenadiers. The Grenadiers shooting back, and there you go. Petro very quickly found himself shot in the gut. This isn't how it was supposed to go. I'm supposed to be cool and tactical, not shot in the stomach. There you go, grabbing the southern fuel point there. Conscripts with sniper spotting northward stage, launching a big counter check there, so of course still needs to be careful with the MG42. That's not reinforced. It's now a bit risky play there by VonAsten here in the south. Engineers being engaged by the Grenadiers, but again, heavy cover, there's no cover there. Even the engineers here might have a chance if Gentlefox does not go for it. We have tech up there, but he's yet to like to utilise it. MG42 falls back here, and the pressure of the sniper basically being too much for him. Grabbing back the northern field, conscripts pinned down, but they are quickly unpinning themselves. Maybe with a bit of suggestion from a nearby commissar, who knows? Only cowards let themselves get pinned, comrades, and you know what we do to cowards. But there we go. Very early and aggressive machine gun bunker there from Gentlefox in the center of the map here. Very bold, very aggressive, though of course in a sort of defensive way. And Otto there sort of standing about. You know, I was kidding when I said I could hold an entire part of the front for myself. You know, hello, anyone? Ah, scheiße. I guess it didn't help I was making all those jokes about the Führer. I still thought it was funny though. There you go, going points. VonAsten now going back a sort of bigger chunk on the map there. Counter sniper there for Gentlefox. Of course, VonAsten, thanks to the partisans, will know. In fact, we'll also have one of the counters, which is basically just popping up partisans right behind the sniping bastard and just that way catch and kill him. Sniper reinforcing. Victory points wise, tiny lead there for Gentlefox. Tiny, minuscule lead. Light machine guns up there for the Grenadiers. Southern half of the map, they're secured by Gentlefox's Grim Grenadiers. Comes there holding out. Sniper moving up. I mean, of course, he knows the sniper out, so he knows that he's just waiting for the sniper to reveal himself. Of course, the thing is, Gentlefox sniper is waiting for VonAsten sniper to reveal himself. So it's going to be a game. Oh, dear. Looks like apparently someone decided they were all cool then, just pulled the trigger. And there goes running a rough grenade. He's going to rough grenade. Oh, cheeky. Not sure what happened there, but there's a bit of a background units versus Grenadiers here. Up north, we got the point being secured there by the conscripts. Conscripts hanging back here. Sniping in the back for healing. Got into tank grenades on the VonAsten. No further sign of tech up, though of course he's been under a lot of pressure, but at the same time, again, the way he sort of did it, it wasn't like Gentlefox got a huge lead, and so far Gentlefox is not actually sort of really used his tier 2. He's actually going for a mortar here. In the south, you need to retreat being overwhelmed there by the Germans. In a pretty grim fashion. Grenadiers moving ahead up north, conscripts clearing territory. And there we go, we got the mortar out there for Gentlefox and the course Deutschland. But still, no actual like to make us company there for Gentlefox. Is he planning a tier 3 rush, or is he just not really feeling the need to rush for it? So now they're getting off a kill, killing poor Otto. North comes there versus Grenadiers. Grenadiers pretty low and healthy versus VonAsten's conscripts. Is Frontuvix. There you go, forced away. Sniper scores another kill. Nothing further here in VonAsten's base, just healing reinforcement. Mortar moving up to support the next advance there of Gentlefox and the Wehrmacht. And it is setting up position down the house with a light machine gun peeking out the windows. Northern point there being secured. Southern point being secured there as well. And there you go, tank for tank command there for VonAsten. Troops in the fire there from Incendium from the MD42. If you had enough manpower, I could pop in a partisan crew here, get behind the mortar, clear that out, get the MD42 and might catch the sniper. Of course, we'll have to see if VonAsten actually tries that. I mean, it would be a bit risky. I mean, he doesn't fully know what's there, but theoretically, well, now it's all being shifted, so it might be less effective overall. So again, Gentlefox here applying pressure to the fuel point there, and again, this basically prevents him from actually going through here very easily. That's a bit of a bastard there for VonAsten. But it only highlights what a very early aggressive bunker can do if you sort of set it up correctly. Almost got a Grenadier squad there with a sniper. Down to one man. He's going to push it. Gentlefox is really pushing his light there. Oh dear, but he actually managed to get away there. Damn close though. Going up for his husband by the MD42 bunker in the south there. Conscript pushing back the Grenadiers. I'm guessing he's going to go for the T-70 or the S-16. Gentlefox has finally gone for the Leichte Mechanized Company, and he's going for the Pak-40, the Panzerabwehr 49. Noteworthy for being a slightly lighter anti-tank and in that sort of caliber range, which actually meant it could be somewhat pushed around by infantry, whereas most basically were quiet trucks, but even then the preference would be having to be towed by something. But it could be due to the fact the gun shield was lighter. Incendium comes the conscript. Sniper, they're doing some damage. Mortar files joining in here. German sniper creeping out. Got a kill there. And there you go. German sniper gets off. Another Russian sniper needs to retreat. Cover is shattered. And there you go. He got though the MD42. Quite a loss there for Gentlefox. Quite a loss. Check out then if VonAsten can follow up with something, but so far, no sign of anything. I mean, he could still hit with a partisan squad here. In fact, that would be quite devastating, but he's right now making good progress in the south. Could flank the bunker here with a flamethrower team. S-Mine's going down pretty rapidly there from Gentlefox on the northern fuel point, and we got some grenadiers there shooting down the wounded. Quickly, before he does something terrible, like setting off the S-Mines. Yeah. Which actually can happen. Wounded can set off mines, by the way. I've certainly seen quite a few sort of engineers getting wiped as a lone German threw himself on top of a mine or something similar. So be careful there, and getting rid of wounded before they lay down mines is a good idea. Cars being pushed back, but he's got rough grenade off there, but there we go, it's got Philip guarding the bunker there. Yet to use any partisans here. Got a T-7 on the way there for VonAsten. Slowly burning up the bunker. Conscripts, those pioneers or snipers warming up. S-Mine's going off the conscripts. Petrov, Sergei, and well, not Yuri had their faces blown off. For once, it wasn't Yuri. And there you go, T-7 light tank up here. VonAsten, option there for sort of really turning the game around in his favour. We'll have to see how that works out. I'm still surprised he's yet to call in a single partisan. I mean, about hoping for the right opportunity to sort of, you know, reveal the surprise. And this under fire, there you go. Ludwig Artilleriale in a matter of seconds over the T-70's 45mm gun and its actual machine gun, tearing into the unfortunate Germans. There, Sniper gets another kill on the mortar. Actually doesn't. He's cleaning out the mines here. Good work. And the south point's been secured. We can see VonAsten will really grand pack territory now versus Gentlefox. Pack 40 firing away, opening up then the Grenadiers. And we've got here Spy Network. Allow him to get an idea there of what the positions are for Gentlefox. Maybe set up there for partisan infiltration. Certainly a possibility. Bunker, though, is still standing, by the way. Conscript engineers setting out. Could go for a half track in theory. Both grenadiers occupying the central house there. Jürgen shot through the back of his head by a sniper shot. And then going up to the wall, we've still got the machine gun bunker there in the way. Engineers actually poking the heads out to far, could be surprised for him. We've got the conscript flank in there, plus the T-7 moving up as well. Pack 40 looks like he's going to try and respond to this. It's now moving up support here for the centre. There we go. T-7 gets a good hit there from the Pack 40. Needs to pull back before he gets knocked out with a follow-up shot. Conscript running ahead. T-70 barely survives that one. And we almost got the Grenadiers, another loss here for Gentlefox if he's not careful. Conscript moving to the north here, getting past the machine gun bunker. Good work, good work. Attacking into the support weapons there. We got a Grenadier squad wiped out. Very nice flank. Rough grenade off, rough grenade off. Conscript taking minor losses. He ends up retreating there though. Apparently something else worrying him up a bit. But I do think could actually guard on the Pack 40 there. Still no sign of the actual partisans though. I'm a bit surprised at that one. Quickly fixing up the bunker there.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
More Grenadiers on the way. Bunker going up there to heal his men back at the base. And the T-70 pulling back from most neat repairs. VonAsten not taking up, and instead going here for the support weapon company. Some field guns, maybe mortars or Maxims. I think a mortar could certainly help him out quite a bit there, and a field gun would not be a bad choice. I would certainly be able to take on the machine gun bunker there quite directly. That one's really been, I think, pretty good investment there for Gentlefox. I mean, he's been out there for quite some time to be able to really just make things more awkward for VonAsten in moving about on the map there. So again, really good choice there, and I think highlights what a well-placed machine gun bunker can do for you. Note though, again, emphasis on well-placed. Can't just place down machine gun bunkers willy-nilly and just hope, you know, to win the war. But there you go, Grenadier squad wiped by the T-70. Full wipe there against Gentlefox. That's two Grenadier squads wiped in a matter of moments. That is not good. Got Grenadiers here taking man loss. We've got machine gun bunker firing away. Mortar under fire. Conscript's pinned down. And there you go, Grenadiers almost wiped out as well. Could get another kill there with a sniper. And, oh, another wipe. That looks like he gets away. Close, we got the Telemann there spotted. Gentlefox has checked up here, going for the support armor core, Panzers, Stugs and Ostwinds. So far would seem he's aiming for the Panzer IV, the Panzerkampfwagen 4, the workhorse of the German Panzerwaffe. Most produced Panzer as well, with the Panther the sort of follow-up though by several thousands less, but the Panther was still actually heavily produced. I think we're talking about 7,000 to 6,000, which isn't exactly half bad. might actually be 5,000, but sort of, you know, several thousands. In fact, by the later stage of the war, there would be more Panthers, I think, in the German Wehrmacht than Panzer IVs, actually. Little fun fact there. Decent moving up in the gate, Pack 40 opening up. Oh, Gentlefox could be wiped. He's pulling off, though. He's pulling it off. Close, they're really close there by Gentlefox. Rather risky there. That could easily have been an RNG moment. That would have resulted in them being wiped there. Panzer IV on the way there for Gentlefox. He's going there for the mortar, though. It's got not in Werfer. And the bunker finally goes down there with a few well-placed armor-piercing shots there from the field gun. The SIS-3. Troops are healing, reinforcing. Now we can see that VonAsten really so managed to take control of the map from Gentlefox. And he's also prepared for the Panzer IV there with a field gun. They might want another one just in case. I'm still surprised there's not been any part of me. It's not like he hasn't used the doctrine again. Radio intercept, obviously, and spy network. But a part of me would at least think he might at least go for a single Panzer strike there for a bit of an opportunity. Veteran to one there, Canadians advancing up there with the area support. You got the Panzer IV there though for Gentlefox. Pack 40 blasting away, they're getting close, knocking it out. And Sniper there with 20 kills for the Rodina.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
Got the Panzer IV moving up, though no upgrades for it, but going straight here for VonAsten Centre. Field gun turning back to deal with. Got the anti-tank parts there rhyming as well. But they're rhyming off map there. There was someone inside the house, obviously, so that didn't quite work out, but still he's quickly calling up some anti-tank parts into turn against the fascists. I don't know how many Panzer strikes the Russians actually captured and utilised, but I know they captured a ton of Panzerfaust and they actually used them. But interesting enough, they used them primarily for clearing out structures, bunkers and the likes there. Not for knocking out tanks, it seems, which is, I think, rather interesting. I mean, they obviously probably used it for tanks as well, but I just find it interesting they actually used them for other things than doing that, though, so that's some Soviet ingenuity there. But you know, it's one of those fun things which tend not to get discussed so much. Panzer IV, though, they're being fixed up. Grenadiers opening up the conscripts. Got a maximum away there for VonAsten to help control the flow of Gentlefox's infantry. Has he actually ticked up? No. Otherwise, he might consider Nation 6 to help deal with the Panzer IV there. Grenadiers then push back. Mortar fire raining down like high explosive raindrops. It's time in for the mid-game analysis in terms of damage. Gentlefox hit kills wise. He's not too far ahead though. I mean, the snipers really, I think, done a lot there for, I mean, again, note the fact that kills loss wise, they're actually pretty much equals in that regard. VonAsten's actually doing a really good job, and that's in part largely due to the snipers being able to really keep up the sort of kill rate there versus Gentlefox. So in that regard, Gentlefox is actually in a spot of trouble there. VonAsten, again, while having a rough start, with the snipers actually been able to slowly bleed out Gentlefox and turn the game around here. Plus, I think the late tech up there, plus, well, not much there besides the Pack 40 has allowed again further, you know, VonAsten to close the gap between the two, then again, just increase the kill tally. So there's definitely some issues there for Gentlefox at the moment. I mean, army value-wise, a bit close, but slightly there for VonAsten. Resource float-wise, a bit there for VonAsten. Points held again, initially Gentlefox, but now it's red. It is Soviet comrades. So in that regard, I mean, Gentlefox, I think needs to get a bit sharper. Needs to try and, you know, focus less in the centre, try and either grab the north or sort of hit through the south. That way, try and outmaneuver. VonAsten, you know, get some good strikes and hit some of the more weaker support units and trying to catch those sniping bastards. If he can do that, I think he should have a good chance. I also think he needs some Panzer Grenadiers. Let's just Grenadiers all the way. A 2-2 to help deal with the snipers would also, I think, be a good choice there. As for VonAsten, Mines, I think, be a good priority there. Also, either bringing up more light vehicles and armour or taking up there, I think, would be a really good choice. A half check could help him maintain more field presence, make him harder for Gentlefox to sort of push off. That could be a good idea. Otherwise, SUN-6 to help deal with the Panzer IV. But otherwise, tech up for T-34s would, I think, also be a strong choice there for VonAsten at the moment. And, you know, some mines. Beyond that, I don't think there's much else to say here. So let's just return to the fight and see what actually happens. And these snipers standing about. Panzer IV falling back for a few extra repairs. Pack 40 there, recruit. But yeah, basically, I mean, you can actually slightly notice here, I think, on the model. Not so much huge, there, but you can see sort of the slight gap there. That's basically two smaller sheets of metal, which basically sort of achieves a defensive effect as well. By sort of just slightly deflecting it between the two sheets of metal. Meaning they could overall just put less metal on the Pack 40, which obviously had resource saving advantage, but also just made it lighter. So a little fun fact there about the Pack 40. Another spy network. Good use there by VonAsten. Really good use of it. Again, it's one of those abilities which is really, really, really good. Also, fun fact, it will be fixed with the Bandits patch once it hits, but the Stormtroopers currently, when they are equipped with the patch trick, basically get an ability that functions exactly like it. It's nuts. And it should be fixed. It should be fixed. Just a bit of knowledge there. Maximum there, they're opening up. And certainly holding back there from Gentlefox's men. But a mortar here would also, I think, do good just to help deal with the enemy mortars, but also give him some smoke options and the likes. Singing up again. Panther 4 moving ahead. Going to do something up from the north. They're lapsing away. There you go. Panther 4 moves ahead. Again, the single field gun here is giving Gentlefox's Panther 4 a bit more freedom movement. Of course, that's a Panther 6 anti-tank grenade, damaging the Panther 4 there. A lot of anti-tank grenades, in fact, taking it down to half health alongside that Panther 6. One of these being suppressed here by the Maxim. Field gun needs to move up. Sniping ahead there as well. We got almost 53. German sniper needs to be careful. 11 killed so far. 300 points left there for Gentlefox and the Wehrmacht. Currently charging forwards. Bit risky assault there by VonAsten. He really wants to get that Panther 4, obviously, but needs to be careful there. Almost got it though. Sniper supporting, getting 24 kills there. Oops, 24 kills down the south though. Pioneer's taking advantage of all the chaos in the centre hit there, so Gentlefox seems to be fine, sort of hitting the rest of the map there again. I do feel like he might be suffering a bit of tunnel vision here, over-focusing on the centre of the map, which is always something to be careful of. There we go. VonAsten is taking up, and he's going for the Katyusha. Not sure if I'd recommend a Katyusha. I mean, he does have some port weapons. He does, bunch out bits. I mean, in theory, Katyusha could work out, but there's still the Panther 4. There's still the Panther 4. So I don't know. I think a T-34-6 would be, I think, a better choice initially. Then he could follow up with a Katyusha there. But if Gentlefox does keep up insisting just to tank for the centre, I mean, a Katyusha is going to be an absolutely excellent choice. We'll have to see though how Gentlefox reacts to this. I mean, if he gets, realizes what he's doing and it's wrong, begins, attacking from different angles, I mean, the Katyusha that's going to be a lot less effective. So, I mean, it could go either way, really. And again, assuming that Gentlefox does not change his plans, Katyusha is, again, I think, pretty good. Unless, of course, VonAsten then proceeds to use it terribly. I mean, some players just can't handle artillery. That's just seems to be a fact of life. I mean, I've had to drop matches because someone decides it's a great time to get a Stukas of Fuss and then proceeds to waste every single shot of it, for example. Or just, gets it when it isn't necessary as well. And there you go, got the Katyusha firing. I'm not entirely sure if this is blind fire, just bad luck. He is getting some damage in though, but it's not like the Katyusha's doing a ton there. Comes down to fire though, Canadians doing what they can, got the anti-tank parts hiding back, and there go opening up on the flanks. Sniper supporting though, down to 1 there, but veteran D3, 31 kills, really giving again there VonAsten the edge over Gentlefox. Well, I think he's saving up for another Panther 4 here, which could be an idea. The Holton Osprey at this point could also be a strong idea. But he needs to actually, hit the rest of the map. Again, Gentlefox is suffering, I think, from a severe case of tunnel vision right now, and that's really only to the benefit here of VonAsten. Of course, VonAsten could also try and flank Gentlefox more, I mean, he's basically got a sort of a huge open gap here. We could just sneak in some T-34s, attack Gentlefox, he'll tank through here, hit the support weapons, cut off the retreat path, for example, for the sniper. That could be quite effective. But there you go, Gentlefox not quite passing through the centre now. Instead trying to hit southwards, get the few point there. Better decision. He's following up with the Austrian flak panzer. T-70 rolling back. Maxim getting a bit farther away from things here. And then Panther 4 strikes with machine guns and the likes. Also, a fun fact, the Panther 4 actually had something the Panther did not have, which was actually some shielding for the ammunition, so it was less likely to go off. They actually had a separate ammunition compartment, which was, interesting enough, never added to the Panther. Fun fact there about the Panther 4 as well. Katyusha there standing about. Osprey on the way.
Supply sector under attack.
Pioneers being suppressed here by the Maxim. And we got the Austrian flak panzer out there, which is overall, I would describe a very, very overrepresented flak panzer. But then problem is with most of the flak panzers, they very much are in any video game. I mean, the most produced one was the Flak Panzer 38T, which I guess just doesn't look as nearly as cool, but that was pretty much the most produced one, with I think a few 200 or so, maybe 100, at least plus over there, made. And that was it, really. I mean, overall, most armies did not have a lot of anti-aircraft tanks. They're usually built in smaller series. More common would have been anti-aircraft type tanks, are just regular anti-aircraft weapons, you know, not on anything. Well, the Germans also had a lot on trucks and even cars, actually. A lot of rocket fire here. In this case, though, a bit more of a blind barrage. So again, VonAsten here suddenly proving why the Katyusha might not have been a great idea after all. Again, he's not really getting much of an impact with it so far. And Gentlefox is now beginning to spread out much more aggressively as his opponent. Again, he's getting tunnel vision, seems to be clearing up. There you go, maximum range to the Ostwind. And again, note he's not moving it, which very much increases the accuracy of the Ostwind. Spotting scopes on the way there. Actually, noting he hasn't actually done much for the dogs. He's got some spotting scopes, and that's it. There's been no Regal mines, no air reconnaissance, no Stuka bomb drops, or, well, certainly no elephant. There's not really much reason to go for the elephant. Almost got the anti-tank plans there. VonAsten needs to be careful. We also got pushes into the north, so again, good job there. But Gentlefox, again, realising he's caught up in tunnel vision mode and just sort of trying to break it by attacking elsewhere. You got the H-85 here out for VonAsten. With its 85mm gun. Panzer IV very close there to Veterans U1. T-70 rolling a bit back and forth.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Panzer IV moving ahead slowly. Catches the T-70 quite nicely. Field gun H-85 turning about there. Gonna get it. Got it. Cooked up, but there goes H-85 and the Sicily that turns about and pushes back the Panzer IV. Up northwards here, Conscript then being pushed back with the Austrian Flak Panzer. And up here, Conscript Engineers standing about. We've got mines down here from VonAsten. Good work. He's making it harder there for Gentlefox to attack into the north. Austrian engaging the Ostwind there. Well, SGF5 engaging the Ostwind. I hope I didn't say Austrian engaging Ostwind. That would be a bit awkward. VonAsten then being engaged by Grenadiers, chowing into them. And Ostwind getting off some more kills. 5 kills for the Fatherland so far. Panzer IV largely good to go. We got another Pak 40 here, probably due to the presence of the H-85. They could also just go for the Stuk. And we got a T-34 actually now on the way for VonAsten. His Katyusha, though, is still not really achieving an awful lot there for the Soviet Union and the Red Army. House collapse, by the way. Gentlefox obviously wants to minimise the chance of Partons appearing. North, second Pak 40 there, we got some Grenadiers here. Sadly, no Panzer Grenadiers for Gentlefox. And there go Conscripts assaulting the Grenadiers with support for the flamethrowers. The Grenadiers will not make it, they need to retreat. But there we go, again, with the successful attack in the south there and a bit elsewhere, you can actually now make progress in the centre. Because again, it suddenly forces VonAsten to have to focus along a lot more. Which again forces him to spread out the defences, allow Gentlefox to get a lot more. So all of a sudden, again, you know, so in that regard, you know, having tunnel vision, not having tunnel vision gives you more advantage because again it forces the opponent to have to defend more, which makes them weaker overall in a sense. Actually got a Stoker bomb drop here. I wonder why it's calling in though. Ostwind down though. Straight on the field gun though, holy moly, and they got the H-85. A devastating double punch against VonAsten. Plus the Panzer IV's almost been through. They got the T-34 here. But with that move there, VonAsten just lost a lot of his anti-tank. Got the Pak 40s moving in there. Penetrating hit, then the T-34 by the Panzer IV. T-34 misses though. Panzer IV bounces off the T-34's frontal armour. Shot bounced. There you go. Vetchi 2 for the Panzer IV Schützen added. Conscript rushing forwards. And there you go, Katyusha barrels. This might actually work out. There's some targets. They're close to each other. He knows where they are as well. That would have helped down the Katyusha a bit closer there. But there you go. Got one of the Pak 40s. Got one of them. But the Panzer IV is still standing. He's actually aiming for the elephant now. That'd be pretty bold. Partons there peering, trying to get some support, but the Zeppelin exchange to an angry lot of Grenadiers with that Panzer IV on support. Wiped.
More of our troops have been lost.
Panther 4 running back for repairs up here. Pioneer standing about. Fixing up the T-3476. And collapsing the ship there as well. Blow up every shed. Do not trust anything. Unless it's German made and says made in Germany. Otherwise, blow it up. There might be partisans hiding. Even the outhouse. Even the outhouse. They can appear through the shit. Oh, scheiße. Exactly. Another Austrian here for Gentlefox, most gentle of foxes. So looking a lot rough there again. That double punch really hurt VonAsten. I would say that practically gutted him. Pretty much gives the Panther 4 there rather a lot more freedom here versus VonAsten. T-34 that gets good on the Panther 4. Shot bounced off the T-3476. And the T-3476 on the way. Got the conscript rushing ahead here. And we got the Austrian out there for Gentlefox, the Flak Panzer. Surprised that Gentlefox hasn't gone for another MD-42 to help control, you know, VonAsten's infantry, but I'm guessing the enemy sniper there's a bit of an issue. He actually lost his own sniper when that happened. Might have been the Partisans actually, or something else. There go 45 kills in that Soviet sniper team. That is actually quite impressive. And actually means he's actually, you know, been able to keep reasonably close with them with Gentlefox. There you go. Pushing in with the Austrian towards his base. No anti-tank nearby. Could actually get some kills here. Got another T-34 though. Got the engineer crew there flaming for a drop, but they got the T-34s going in against the Austrian. All of them missing though. Pack 40 setting up here to form a defense zone there, pushing back the T-34s. Saving the Austrian there because the T-34s are having a bit of a hard time hitting. So right now a bit of a rough situation here for VonAsten and the 312th Rifle Division. So he's basically used this and this. I mean, he hasn't really used the doctrine a lot there, so it does feel a bit of a waste there by Gentlefox. Granted, I mean, the Elephant's just kind of a waste in 1 versus 1, so it's just not very good for a 1 versus 1. Oh, got the sniper there with the Austrian, but not the entire sniper team. Got a half-track on the way there for Gentlefox, the 251. Got the southern victory point there with the conscripts. You could lay down some flare trip mines if you wanted to. Rushing there the Austrian. Got the Panther 4 moving ahead. We got Grenadiers standing by near. Oh, nearby. And there you go. 251 ready. So just give Gentlefox a bit more mobility if he so needs it. Or at least just the ability to reinforce the front line, which is also a pretty good one. Plus, he could lay down some regal mines. Wait, did he just?
We have lost one of our armored vehicles.
He just knocked out the Katyusha with a mortar. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. Bit awkward though for VonAsten. Tell me, Cromley, how do you lose very precious Katyusha? German mortar fire? How? They're good. Never mind. Panther 4 on the way there for Gentlefox. There you go, basic plan reinforcement at the front line for Gentlefox and the CoH2 Deutschland. T4 then engaging the Panther 4, constant rushing forward, going to be supporting, over forming a rather nasty kill zone. We got the Austrian moving up there, shots bouncing off the Panther 4's frontal armour. And another Panther 4 that's slowly approaching, comes there taking damage. Got the Panther 4 moving ahead here pretty boldly, snipers hiding about here, trying not to get spotted and murdered by the Germans. T-34 bounces another shot. We got another one there for VonAsten. Another one. Another Stuka bombed up here. Oh! Niet. Sniper dead. Conscript state, Maxim almost wiped out. That was pretty much VonAsten's entire infantry force gutted. Nasty timing there by Gentlefox. And now he's just going to town on VonAsten's base, and there you go, VonAsten's forced retreat. A loss here for the Soviet Union, a victory for the Wehrmacht, a victory for Gentlefox. So there you go, GG. Nice start, but Gentlefox, but VonAsten was able to turn out there quite nicely thanks to the sniper, amongst other things, laid down a lot of mines. But I do think there were some slight issues there with taking. He also got, I think, to occupy himself with just dealing with Gentlefox from the front. There was less flanking, which I think was to the benefit of Gentlefox. When he realised, again, he was actually tunnel visioning, had to spread out. He actually did that quite nicely and suddenly turned the tables down for VonAsten. And slowly but surely turn that around against him. Some good moves there from Gentlefox, some good tactics. Once that point hit there, and VonAsten found himself struggling because again he was trying to engage them frontally, where all of a sudden he was not having the advantage. Instead, he should have tried to flank, Gentlefox, maybe relied a bit more on parts and something else there. So, I mean, close. Also, I think that CoH2 was a bit of a less good choice there in the end. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, want to subscribe, tell a friend, share it with everyone. If not, send in a replay and provide some feedback in the comment section. This is Imperial Dancing. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. Cheers.